Hi, it's your Psycho Buddy. There's a Northern Arapaho saying that our children will save our lives if we let them. Parenting when you have a major mental illness is, in my opinion, the next level of the video game of life. It's it's one tier up. It's graduate school when it comes to regulating your own emotions. The hardest thing for me probably ever since I got pregnant with the first one. I have two, a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old. And ever since the beginning, the most challenging part of parenting for me has been processing my own emotions in response to their behavior. Being able to stay gentle and respectful and to prioritize the well being of the child over my own, especially in times of um, intense emotion, is really challenging. It's exciting to watch them change and grow. And it's very important. I think one of the things that has helped me the most is being able to say, I'm sorry, to take responsibility for, like, when I get really upset. There used to be a lot of yelling in our house because we did not do physical punishment for behavior. We did timeouts as consequences. It was always very gentle. I was obedience trained as a child, and a lot of my trauma sprang from that experience of being um, taught that my value lay in my ability to do exactly what I was told, or really to do it before I was told. Um, so I've chosen to be much gentler with my children when it comes to behavior modification. And when I mess up, when I would yell, then I would come back to them and apologize for it. One thing that I keep in mind a lot is the way that I treat my children is how my grandchildren are going to be treated. So I just remember that, like, that what I want for my grandchildren, that's how I need to treat my own. I don't, I do my best not to model behavior that I don't want them engaging in, but at the same time, it's super important for me to remember that our children benefit from what we do wrong as well as from what we do right. I was, like I said, raised in a home with corporal punishment. I do not do that. I learned from what my parents did that was harmful in my life, and I changed my behavior because of it. At the same time, I also learned from what my parents did that was really a blessing, like telling us stories at bedtime, or all of the focus on reading and thought and having listening, thoughtful conversations with children. I do that too, and that's a real blessing for them as well. When navigating my own mental illness, models for them how to be gentle with themselves when they're going through really difficult things. And it's also really useful to be able to teach my children how to deal with really strong emotions using grounding techniques or other forms of intentional emotional regulation, teaching them to be compassionate with themselves instead of to be motivated by shame or by anger. There's a lot of really rich stuff that we can pass on to our kids after a lifetime of learning how to deal with our own emotional challenges. Like, we can be really good parents, really creative, engaged, and loving parents if we remember to prioritize how the little one is feeling and to be able to hold ourselves together, to be able to not engage in anger in response to anger, for instance, to not further amplify negativity when our little ones are upset, but to help them deal with those big emotions and teach them the things that we wish we'd been taught. We can be really good parents. We can learn a ton. Learn a ton. Good luck.